Back to another video. So finally we have the Arosa back to do the engine conversion. So at the minute it's 1.4 liter, I believe. Yeah, I don't believe, yes, it's 1.4, and we're gonna convert for 1.9 TDI 4-cylinder, because this is a 3-cylinder. As you can see how small it is. So yeah, this is going to be the plan. I'm going to be taking this engine off and mock up all the engine mounts and get ready to strip. And about 30 degrees today, it's like 11 o'clock, kids in the pool already, so I'm enjoying doing the bits and pieces on the cars. Got my Golf there, got my Caddy. We'll have quite a few cars. So let's crack on and lift the car, take the wheels, drop the drive shafts, bumpers, things like that, and get all ready to mock up the engine mounts. Half an hour later, we have all the front end stripped. Half an hour, 1 hour, don't know how long I took it. I didn't record that. Yeah, so plan is now remove all these air filter boxes, batteries, everything. We may be painting the engine bay, I don't know yet, but yeah, let's crack on. So already took all the bits I could take off the engine. As you can see, the engine moves freely now. I just need the engine crane to take the engine off the car. It's quite a small engine, but it's still heavy. So just need undo the engine mounts and the engine will come off. I did remove the subframe as well, because on the last car I did, I have to cut the subframe here. And all up to this area, because the gearbox is too big and was touching on this. So I'm gonna take the subframe with me to the garage. I'm gonna cut where I need to cut, and I have to cut these bits here as well, because the drive shaft, it goes too close to this, and I don't want the drive shaft to hit on this. So gonna do on both sides, because it's gonna make a little bit more space for us to play with the engine. And yeah, I probably need to replace the suspension arms. The bushes is quite damaged. So yeah, I need to speak with the customer, see if he wants to replace the suspension arms or not, and we go from there. So yeah, I think that's all. I don't know if I'm gonna end up this video here, or I'll maybe just cut the subframe first and then do another video how to make the mounts for the engine in the car. So yes guys, stay tuned and let's get it. So bring the subframe to the garage. I'm gonna cut the subframe all around this, like I said. I'm gonna cut all around. Gonna cut this lip here because it's on the way of the drive shaft, and I'm gonna chop this one on this side as well. And yeah, that's the plan. It's much easier when you have the subframe out. You can reinforce a little bit, just make it stronger, because it's a bit rusty now. So yeah, gonna have to reinforce a little bit and we go from there. So I did cut the subframe. As you guys can see, is a big gap here. I did cut here a little bit, but here I'm just gonna weld it all up to here. I cut a little bit on this side. I'm gonna weld all this up, And here I'm going to reinforce with a 3mm thickness plate, so same size as this. So I'm going to reinforce like that, and I'm going to reinforce it here as well, and I think it's going to be sufficient, I believe, because this area, that's where is the gearbox go. But I'll show you when the engine is in place. I'll show you that. Maybe that didn't need to cut all of this, but the more I cut, the more space we're gonna have to replace the gearbox in the future. If we need to replace the gearbox, I don't really want to be taking the engine out just to replace the gearbox. So that's why I'm cutting all of this, because I think you just need to cut a small amount for the gearbox to fit. But the more you cut, the more space you're gonna have, is the better. I could well done a tube subframe, but I don't really have the time for it. So yeah, it's gonna work like this and it's gonna be fine. So the subframe is all done, as you guys can see. So it has really strong welds. I put the machine on full blast, so just make sure it's strong. So I think it's enough clearance for the gearbox to go now. As you can see, it's meant to be like this, and it is like that now. So after, I'm probably gonna have to put a straight stretch bar from here up to this side, like crossing between here and here. So, but we'll face that afterwards. I just want to see if it fits now. So I'm gonna take this back, fit in the car, and see what's look like. So the 3-cylinder engine is off the car. I need to remove all the alternators, all the auxiliaries to fit in on the new engine. We have the subframe. It's already cut, ready to go in. And what we're gonna do today, we're gonna take the alternator, this bracket here, and all the coolant holes to fit in that engine, and trying to grab that engine mock-up to see where it's going to be on the car. So we have the engine pretty much in place. Well, we have the engine in place, but we have to drop it down because this Golf MK4 engine wider than the SEAT Ibiza, as you guys can see. So we're gonna fit this mount instead of this one. I do really want to use the Golf engine mounts because they are better, but to use the Golf engine mounts I'm gonna have to shop all the chassis leg, and I don't really want to be doing that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fit this mount on there and gonna raise the engine, and I'm gonna have to cut chassis leg on that side a little bit because this gearbox be wider than the SEAT Ibiza. Yes guys, I'm gonna end up this video here, and I'm gonna be cutting a few stuff, and I'm gonna be recording for the next video. So stay tuned, see you on the next one.